They call me the Mind Eraser. 'Cause as soon as the ride starts, and there's no turning back, you wonder, what the heck were you thinking? I love that part. Before you go, tickets are only $24.99 Canadian at participating Shoppers Drug Marts.
Griffin Theatre for Arts and Entertainment Barrie presents The Piano Men 2, starring Juno nominee Jim Witter, Friday, July 25th, with the greatest hits from musical giants Billy Joel and Elton John. For tickets, visit griffintheatre.com or call 728-4613.
Commissioner, so it'd be pretty stupid to hurt me.
I bet your dad loves his daughter. Can you imagine his grief if you were to disappear without a trace?
What is it that you want?
I want to be your friend. I'm a terrible enemy, but I'm a terrific guy to have on your side. Especially when someone helps me help my son. So you show me that you're as smart as you are pretty. Tell me how Logan Hayes really died.
Fine. I'll tell you everything.
For what purpose do you enter Stone Cold's inner sanctum?
Lulu left me a message that she came to see you, and that you said it was important.
Spinelli was just telling me that he's investigating Logan's murder.
You're gonna shoot me, you better do it soon. You never know when a witness might show up.
You don't think I have the guts?
Killing me does nothing to protect your brother.
Only one way to find that out.
What's going on?
Go ahead, Carly. Tell your husband what we're talking about.
Okay. I guess we should get it all out in the open. I've done something you should know about. I called the tabloids and had Marty let the reporters up. I also fed them the story that Kate had an affair with Warren James.
An affair that never happened.
You so sure about that?
You set me and Kate up? Why would you do that?
Because I don't like her.
Because you don't like her?
Yeah.
And I'm just collateral damage. Huh? So what if I get ambushed along the way, as long as you're satisfied?
No,
Is that how
I'm
it works?
sorry that you were involved and you were hurt. But that ambush is the least of what Kate deserves, and I would do it again.
Yeah, no doubt. You'd do anything to undermine Kate. You can't stand the fact that she's marrying Sonny, can you?
I don't give a damn that she's marrying Sonny. I don't like that woman because she's half responsible for what happened to Michael, and she doesn't have the guts enough to own it. Or say the hell away from my husband.
You know, the rumor that your husband is having an affair with his business partner is about to be splattered all over the tabloids. So who exactly ends up embarrassed here?
Kate. And maybe that will teach her to stay away from me.
I'm not having this fight again. Because I've just stopped giving a damn about what you do. You're about a heartbeat away from losing that guy. And when Jax finally divorces you, don't even think to come back to me.
You're working on Logan's death? What did you find?
That I had failed miserably as a private investigator.
That's hard to believe.
But true nonetheless. Not even the slightest clue as to the Simian Slayer.
Why did you call Lulu here if you have nothing?
Well, you know, the Jackal and the blonde one spent many hours discussing the relative demerits of her knuckle-scraping suitor, and, you know, the Jackal would frequently caution her towards the crabby commando's unworthy ways, but the fair one in her grand benevolence always sought to see the good in him, so meaning that undoubtedly she was experiencing a deeply disturbed psyche, so the Jackal's great hope was to ease her pain by discovering Logan's killer. But alas, I have no such news.
Okay, Spinelli, I know that you're trying to help, but I would really appreciate it if you would leave it alone. Thank you.
Johnny stabbed Logan Hayes to death.
You witnessed this attack?
No. Neither one of us saw it, me or Lulu.
You think very hard about what you say to me and how you say it, because I could always spot a liar.
It's the truth. Lulu left the office with our boss, Kate Howard, and I had some things I still needed to talk to her about, you know, rewrites on an article, stuff like that, and I followed her across the street to Johnny's building. We rode upstairs in the elevator together, and by the time we got to Johnny's door, it had been smashed in. Logan used an axe. How crazy is that? Lulu completely freaked out. You know, she and Logan used to be in a relationship together. I was involved with him once, too, although not in the same way Lulu was. Sorry. When we got there, Johnny explained to us what happened with Logan. He said Logan showed up and just snapped and attacked him, and they fought. So Johnny was defending himself. And Claudio showed up after that and pretty much took over. She told me and Lulu that we had to leave, so of course we did, and that's all I know about what happened.
What was the article?
Excuse me?
The rewrites that you and Lulu were coordinating.
Are skinny belts back? Because this year we've seen a trend with high...
Enough for the fashion report. You know what I find shocking? Lulu's brother is a detective and your father is the police commissioner, and yet neither of you girls called a cop.
What are you doing at my car? And why do you think Johnny killed Logan?
There's video footage of this car. Right here, coming and going from Nicholas Cassadine's clinic right around the time the body was dumped.
My car? Wait, that's not possible.
You know what? The driver looked like Johnny and somebody was in the passenger seat. Was it you, Claudia?
Do you happen to have footage of the license plate?
Well, that's funny that you asked, because these license plates right here have been removed and replaced. You can see the marks right here in the rogram where they were unfastened pretty recently.
That's thin, Jason. If I'm on a jury, I'm not convinced.
Well, you know what? Evidence is circumstantial, but it all points to Johnny as the killer.
Why do you care?
Because I'm the first one the cops investigated. I can prove my innocence.
You didn't spend the night in jail. So right now, that makes you a lot better off than my brother.
Please! Hold it right there. Put your hands in the air.
When's it gonna sink in? I'm in love with Kate. I'm gonna marry Kate. Nothing you do is gonna sabotage that. What? Can't you see that? I mean, what's the big deal?
Marry Kate.
Right.
Marry shallow, narcissistic Kate. Then you can follow her around and be Mr. Kate Howard. I don't care.
Stop trashing her. Why do you do that? You're embarrassing yourself. You're a married woman. Why do you keep attacking the woman I love?
I am so glad you love Kate, because she's all you got. You don't have anything else.
No, what I don't have are my children, because you and Jason took them from me.
Why? Why did we take them from you, Sonny? Why don't you have them anymore?
Excuse me. Why is Carly here, and why is she yelling at you?
Because you know what, Kate? It's what we do. It's called foreplay. Sometimes better than the sex itself.
Hey.
Hi.
Where's Mercedes?
In the kitchen making lunch.
Really? How was your karate class?
Great.
You want to show me some moves?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That was awesome. Good job.
Are you coming to my test on Saturday?
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Esteemed father of Mr. Sir, come in.
Hey. Yeah.
Had the Jackal known that you'd be delivering his order with your own hard-working and hallowed hands, I would have
Well,
been
you know,
more than
actually,
happy
I just like to get out from behind the counter every once in a while, Spinelli. Here.
Deepest gratitude. If the esteemed father would like to join the Jackal in his repast, I'd be more than happy to share. Although I fear a single grilled cheese sandwich with fries and a side salad sans tomatoes might not go too far.
Look, actually, I was hoping we could talk about the situation between Sonny and Jason.
The Jackal is not privy to the details of the agreement severing the former business partnership of Stone Cold and Mr. Sir. Perhaps the brusque lady of justice is
Look,
your lady.
Spinelli, I'm not asking for privileged information here. I think that the best decision Sonny ever made was getting out of the mob and turning the reins over to Jason. What I'm worried about is that he won't be able to let go. And I'm wondering if he's been showing up at the office, you know, offering advice, that kind of thing.
The esteemed father is attempting to gauge whether Mr. Sir will resume the mantle of power, as it were.
Yeah, well, you know, I wouldn't put it quite so colorfully, but yes.
Well, Mr. Sir has stopped by what is now Stone Cold's office on a number of occasions, and the Jackal senses it did not end in brotherly accord. You know, if the Jackal may offer a hypothesis, it seems Mr. Sir is angry at Stone Cold for taking over when it was Mr. Sir himself who wished to renounce the business in the first place.
Yeah. Well, that's how addiction works, Spinelli. I mean, even though something is bad for you, I mean, even to the point of ruining your life, doesn't mean you want it any less. In fact, you want it more. And there are no 12-step programs for mob bosses who decide to give up their territory.
Most troubling oversight by those of the rehab persuasion.
So I'm hoping that this marriage to Kate will be enough to sustain Sonny to...
Has the esteemed father visited any online gossip sites of late?
No, why?
Well, depending on Mr. Sir's tolerance for compromising photographs and the fashionista's capacity to explain away apparent infidelity...
Hey, whoa. Are you saying that Kate was unfaithful?
Well, that matter is open to interpretation.
Well, okay. Interpret for me.
The fiancée of Mr. Sir was photographed on her knees in the back of a limo with her face in close proximity to the belt buckle of Jasper Jaggs.
Logan's father is Scott Baldwin. Scott's a special prosecutor, remember? And Scott already tried to railroad Johnny after Johnny and Logan had that fight in the Metro Court lobby. And there's no proof that Logan tried to attack Johnny before Johnny killed him, so... I mean, Scott would probably charge him with murder.
You thought of everything.
No, it was Johnny that said Scott would come up with a murder charge and that we should dump the body and keep quiet.
That's a decision made in the panic of the moment. Question, dear. Is your conscience tempting you to tell your father the truth?
My conscience hardly ever tells me anything. I haven't said a word. And I won't. It's just me and Johnny and Claudia and Lulu and now you. And this guy, but he seems like the quiet type.
Somehow Lulu doesn't strike me as being the pragmatist you are.
Lulu loves your son. I'm sorry, but she does. She'll do anything to protect Johnny.
Actually, I wouldn't mind if that were true. Because if I ever believed that you and Lulu had betrayed my son, I would hate to see something happen to you two pretty kitties, but make no mistake. I will kill you and Lulu both. Go away now. not very well.
A witness saw a vehicle matching this description leave the clinic after Logan Hayes' body was dumped.
Lots of people have this make and model, boys.
The victim didn't work for them. Add to that, your brother was arrested for publicly assaulting Logan Hayes.
We have probable cause to impound this vehicle and have forensics look at it.
Wait, you're not touching my property until my lawyer gets here.
You know what? You can call me from the station.
You have no reason to arrest me.
You're here with the suspect. And what could be the means of transport for a murder victim? It's enough to take you both in for questioning.
It's my car! What, I'm not supposed to be standing next to my own car?
And what are you doing here, Morgan?
I got nothing to say without my attorney.
You know, some people find you annoying, Morgan. I actually enjoy it when you refuse to cooperate. It means we can take you downtown and hold you for at least 48 hours. Let's go.
Yeah, the right to remain silent.
Spinelli was lying.
Right before you came in, he said he knew who Logan's killer was, and I thought he was going to say me.
No, he thinks it was me, and he has some sort of evidence against me. I need to know what it is and if he's going to take it to the
Spinelli's a genius. He can access any surveillance system that exists, but Claudia took care of that, right? You said when you took the body downstairs, she made sure any of the closed-circuit cameras were disabled.
Well, yeah. Nobody saw us here, but who knows what happens when we left the building. Damn it. I knew we should have dumped him.
No, you didn't kill Logan. I did. I need to tell the truth. I need you to get rid of all the evidence you have on Logan's murder. No. I need you to hack back into those security cameras and get rid of all the footage. Corrupt the files. I don't care how you do it, Spinelli. Just do it.
Why would Max make such a request when she knows I'm working on direct orders from Stone Cold?
This was a really bad idea to get involved.
Stone Cold gave me very definitive instructions.
Jason doesn't need to worry. He's the God King of all him, but you're not and I'm not. And if Anthony Zacchara decides that he's going to protect Johnny and we're in the way, he's going to kill us both. Do you understand that?
Why bring up the law, Prince? Do you have evidence that he's culpable of Van Worthy once more?
No, you forget that I said that last part. You just have to promise me that you're not going to say anything about this to anyone, okay?
Wait, what's wrong? Are you okay?
I've never been so scared in my whole life.
Two arrests in one day? Going for a record?
We went to impound Miss Zacchara's vehicle. Morgan was standing next to it. Killed two birds with one stone.
3 birds. Miss Zacchara was there, too.
Oh, gee, yeah, imagine me thinking I should be able to get into my own car.
Right.
I want my phone call.
Fine. Put him in interrogation 1.
Morgan, you know the way.
My phone call.
Right now, all the lines are busy.
You know, I don't think Jason's involved with the scars.
Maybe not.
There's no need to tell the cops what we were talking about in the garage.
I don't talk to cops without my attorney.
Thank you.
I'm not your problem. As soon as the cops run forensics on your car, you and your brother are going to be charged with murder.
Wow. At least you hung around to say goodbye.
Well, I wasn't going to. Morgan was all excited about his karate test this weekend, so now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I guess I'm the hard place. So you off to see Brenda?
What? You just determined to blow us to bits, huh?
I'm not the one who packed their bag, Jax. So what you're saying is if it weren't for Morgan, you'd be out the door.
This isn't just about Morgan. This is about you determined to get revenge for a kiss. You want to hurt Kate when you know that it's hurting me as well. Yeah, do we know what it feels like? It feels like you don't even give a damn that we're married.
Carly called the reporters?
You ready for this? She actually let them in and fed them the whole story.
About me and Warren?
Yeah.
That I was having an affair with him.
I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do.
Don't apologize for her pettiness. She's bitter and she is angry. Sonny, I am trying to be understanding because of the situation with Michael, but when she hurts you and hurts Jax...
She's lashing out at everybody. That what I don't like is that she's lashing out at you. You do not deserve that.
Well, don't worry about me. I'm worried about you. Look at how she makes you.
You don't have to worry about me. Because you know what? Look, she is trying to convince you that we still have this special connection between us, and we don't. It's done. It's ugly, it's destructive, and I wish to God
it would stop.
Then stop it. Stop it. Just stop it.
You say that.
Do you have any idea how many people tried to warn me that you and Carly always find your way back to each other? You see this? This is exactly how it's.
I don't want Carly. You got to believe that you're the one I want to spend the rest of my life
I do
with.
believe
Okay,
you,
so what are
Sonny.
you saying?
We are going to spend the rest of our lives together, but for our sanity, you need to disengage from Carly. When you feel your blood pressure starting to rise, you need to turn around and just walk out of the room. Let her rant and rave. Let her embarrass herself. When she sees that it's not working, she will move on to someone else and make their life miserable.
Sounds great. But the thing is, Carly never quits.
Johnny and I are not amateurs. The cops aren't going to find anything in that car. I'll be home before dinner. Wait, you think I'm kidding myself?
The harder you try to cover this up, the worse it's going to get.
What do you suggest?
Damage control. Get Johnny to cut a deal.
It wasn't John's fault. Logan Hayes had a screw loose. He flipped out over Lulu. John was just protecting himself. But, it would literally be like you trying to claim self-defense. Some people just don't have that luxury.
Then you need to get a lawyer.
Well, which one would you suggest that I leave my brother's life with? Rick or Trevor?
There's other lawyers out there.
What, could you recommend one for me? I know you were on trial for murder. Look, we're stuck in here anyway. We have some time. Why don't you tell me what that was like?
Why is this all coming down on me? I mean, I'm the one scrambling to cover this up. I'm the one getting threatened by a mob boss. And if I'm freaking out, is Lulu going to be able to handle it? What's going to happen to me if she cracks?
It's clear that you know much more about the Krabby Commando's death than you previously implied. If you could just bring yourself to confide in the Jackal, maybe I can help.
No, forget it. Forget I said anything. I'm fine. Oh, man, I should not be rambling like this. I'm really sorry, Spinelli. See, the problem is that I haven't been getting a lot of sleep, and my blood sugar's really low. I'm disorganized. You cannot repeat anything that I've said to you.
No one can know Maximista has low blood sugar.
Serious? This has to be between you and me.
The Jackal is nothing if not discreet and loyal. And if you are in trouble, which it appears you are, please, let me help, please.
Johnny didn't kill Logan. Lulu did.
I cannot let you admit that you killed Logan.
I want to tell the truth.
We already disposed of all the evidence. A cover-up only makes you look guilty.
I am guilty.
All you did was defend yourself. I wouldn't let you go to the cops, and now it's too late. Coming forward now only makes things look worse. We need to sit tight and let this thing play itself out.
I can't let you pay for something that I did.
I can protect both of us, Lulu. But I need you to swear to me, listen to me, that you will not tell a soul that you killed Logan. Can you do that? Please, Lulu.
Will you answer the door? Your father doesn't like to be kept waiting.
John, this would actually be a great time for Lulu to go home.
I don't think so, Trevor. Lulu needs to be part of this conversation.
I'm not. Listen, hey. I'm not going to let Carly get to us. And you know why she can't come between us? Because we've been through too much already. And you know that, right?
Yes. I knew that she was trouble. Okay, I just didn't realize that she would come to hate me so much. Irrationally, I might add. Let alone jeopardize my career, jeopardize my magazine.
She can't do anything to your magazine or your career because you're too good. Come on.
I work in a business based on perception, and I know that seems shallow, but it's critical to success. So, if Carly wants to make me a laughingstock, she is well on her way to achieving her goal.
Well, there's the happy couple. I have some contracts for you to look over.
Oh, Diane, I'm sorry. I was supposed to call, and I know you've been busy. You've been all over the media.
No, don't go there.
She wasn't here when the press were snapping at my heels. She doesn't know.
Well, the press is easily neutralized. All you have to do is threaten to sue them for libel, but why would you want to?
Thanks, Diane. Thanks for putting that positive spin on it.
Positive? Have you surfed the web today? The buzz about you and Crimson is hotter than ever.
I don't know how to make it any clearer. I am hurt and angry that Kate hit on you.
I'm not proud of myself, Carly. And I'm sorry that I hurt you. And I've told you that it's not going to happen again, but you obviously don't believe me.
I want to believe you.
Then why don't you trust me? Oh, better yet, respect me and have some respect for yourself.
It's Kate I don't respect or trust.
You know, whatever Kate feels about you stems from how much you dislike her.
Oh, great. So now this is my fault.
No.
You're turning this around and you're making it my fault when you chose to ignore my feelings. I was honest with you. I told you I didn't want Kate around you, and somehow that makes me unreasonable.
You are.
Really?
Yes.
Well, let's see. Kate kissed you, and she is going to continue to hit on you. And I'm not going to stand around here and act like it's not happening. So you have a decision to make. You can stay in business with Kate, or you can stay married to me. Which one would you choose?
The first time that Logan showed up at the Crimson office, Lulu and I tried to get him to leave. She blew him off, and Logan got really upset and blamed me, and then he left. And then later, when Lulu and Kate left, Logan showed up again. He said that he was watching and waiting. He knew I was alone.
What did he do to you?
Nothing. I'm fine. He attacked me.
What kind of attack did he? Did he hurt you?
He tried, but I fought back. He threw me over Kate's desk, and I must have hit my head or something, because right before I lost consciousness, I looked and I saw Logan staring out the window towards Johnny's apartment. And when I woke up later, Johnny was there. I told him about the window. We ran across the street. When we got there, Lulu was inside Johnny's apartment. She was completely panicked, and Logan was dead. Logan wanted to kill someone, okay? And Lulu said when she saw him attacking me through the window, she completely freaked out. And then he went across the street. She was just defending herself. She had to protect herself.
Well, why didn't she call for help?
Her cell phone died, and she said she couldn't find a landline to call 911, so there's no record that Logan smashed down the door.
Right,
and
she couldn't prove self-defense, so you were compelled to cover it up.
Well, Johnny wasn't going to let Lulu take the blame. When Claudia showed up, he said that he had done it, and Claudia bought it immediately. She helped him get rid of Logan's body. Spinelli, I don't know how long Lulu's going to be able to keep this secret for. I don't even know if she should. And if this whole cover-up starts to unravel and Johnny is charged with murder, Anthony Zakar is going to freak out and kill all of us.
Jack would never allow anyone to hurt you.
Easy, John. Claudia already told us that you killed Logan Hayes and that Maxie Jones and Lulu heard your confession. So all I'm doing here is trying to make absolutely certain that you think this through very clearly.
There's nothing wrong with my thinking.
I already worked out a defense if the cops come up with enough evidence to charge you.
In case you missed something, Trevor, I haven't admitted a thing to anyone, including yourself.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. Now, John, the cops, the press, the DA, you have no comment if they dare accuse you of being involved in Logan's murder. Righteous indignation is your friend. Also, don't make up any stupid stories that'll trip you up later. That includes you too, little girl.
Don't worry about Lulu.
I worry about everything where you're concerned, John. You're smart, John, but nothing can take the place of experience. So just do everything you're told, and Trevor and I can take care of this. Anyone becomes a problem, anyone, they will be removed.
Threats against Lulu are no way to get my cooperation.
Johnny, I mean this with all my heart. No confessing, no arguing with lawyers, and no taking things into your own hands. If you do what you're told, I can make this go away. If you don't, Lulu pays the price.
So Diane's an amazing attorney and a good friend.
No, she's a great lawyer. Leave it at that. She doesn't know a damn thing about what's good for your magazine.
Hey, guys.
you're here together and no one's yelling. I think that's a good sign.
Great. I guess you saw the photo too.
No, someone told me
No,
about
it's,
it.
you know what, Mike, you deserve an explanation.
No, I don't. I wanted to tell you that, whatever that picture shows, I know that you love my son and that there's no way in hell that you'd be unfaithful to him.
Thank you, Mike.
And you, I owe you an apology.
Oh no. What's that? What's going on?
Well, I completely underestimated you because I was sure you were going to be furious. So I was ready to come over and do a little damage control. Assure Kate that once you cooled down, you'd remember how much you'd been through together and how much you loved her. I don't know how you did it, but you've got my son to be able to think before he reacts in anger.
Well, Mike, you know, something about Kate, I trust her, and we're good together.
Something like that, it goes both ways.
Well, I'm happy for you both, and I will try from now on to resist the urge to meddle.
Oh,
okay?
no, you can meddle all you want because it means that you care. And we both want that, don't we, Sonny?
Yeah, we do. You know how I feel about ultimatums. They have no place in a relationship outside of high school.
You got a better answer?
Yeah, we shouldn't have to choose. Our marriage should take top priority over all other commitments, except, of course, the commitment we have for the little boy that we're trying to raise together. I mean, nothing should be more important than our trust for each other.
I agree.
Look, I made a mistake by kissing Kate. It was a bad call, and I'm sorry. But we hashed it out last night, and you said that you forgave me. I mean, we made love, you fell asleep in my arms, and then you get out, first thing, you go out looking for revenge. I mean, you ambush me and Kate, and pay attention to this, because this is the essential point. You jeopardize a major business investment, Carly. I have a lot of money and a fair amount of my reputation invested in Crimson, and I can't afford it to tank, and I thought you understood that. No, I really thought that you understood that, but you obviously don't. So let's stop going around in circles and figure out a way to get past this, if we even can.
No more fights with Kate.
Okay.
No more forcing confrontation. I won't mess with her wedding or the magazine. And I will do my very best to completely avoid her.
Well, you really think you can do that?
I said I would do my very best.
Okay. Okay, well, I will limit my dealings with Kate to strictly business. Not to imply that I can't resist her or anything like that. I'm just doing this to make you feel more comfortable, okay? Because your feelings to me are more important than anything else.
I can accept that.
Okay. We can do this.
I promise you. Outside of my kids, there is nothing or no one who is more important to me than you.
Well, that's not exactly the way it happened, but we don't need to go into that right now. I'll give you a call later. Thank you.
What?
It's amazing. It's slightly twisted, but there is a buzz about Crimson and a minor media frenzy about me. I have been dubbed the woman who can have it all. According to the tabloids, that means running a business, an affair with a married tycoon, and an engagement to a sexy power broker, which is you.
Okay, but you don't have a problem with people thinking that you have an affair with Jack.
It's ridiculous. But at this point, it might be bad business to disabuse them of that notion. I mean, speculation, keeping them guessing, that's what drives sales through the roof. I think for the sake of Crimson's bottom line, Jackson and I need to be seen together.
I'm sorry, you don't need me dumping all this stuff on you.
The Jekyll is here to share any burden, okay? We'll find a way out of this. Together.
I can't believe how how safe you make me feel.
As soon as the paperwork is finished, you're both free to go.
Why? What changed?
We have Logan Hayes' killer.
Anthony, I think Lulu has heard enough.
I want her here for this. You disappoint me, John. Not for offering Logan Hayes. I don't care about him. Why did you trust Claudia to cover this up? My son, the light of my life, turns to his trampy sister and this little chippy rather than putting his trust in me. That's a slap in my face. Get the door.
Keep doing this.
Don't do anything. Don't say anything. We need to sit tight and let this play itself.
This isn't play. Logan is dead. His life is over, and everyone is so busy strategizing that nobody seems to care.
You trust me?
Yes, of course I trust you.
Then listen to me. You cannot confess anything. You need to put your faith in me.
Only if you agree to run away with me.